In some old houses, the silence isn't empty, it's waiting for you to fill it with your screams. John and Lisa have been married for 10 years. They live in a small apartment in the city, but they wanted more space. John worked as a teacher, and Lisa was a nurse. They saved money for a long time to buy a house. One day, they found an old house in a quiet town called Millford. It was big and cheap. The house was built in 1890. It had 3 bedrooms, a big kitchen, and a yard with tall trees. The real estate agent said it was a good deal. No one has lived here for a while, he told them. But it's solid. They moved in on a rainy day in spring. The truck with their things got stuck in the mud, but they got everything inside. Lisa unpacked the boxes in the living room. The walls were painted white, but they looked yellow from age. John fixed the lights in the basement. It was dark down there, with old pipes and dust. He found a strange mark on the floor, like a circle, drawn in chalk, but he wiped it away. That night, they ate pizza on the floor because the table was not set up yet. "This place feels cold," Lisa said. John hugged her. "We'll make it warm." They went to bed early. The house was quiet, except for the rain on the roof. In the middle of the night, John woke up. He thought he heard a whisper, like someone talking, far away. But it was just the wind, he told himself. He went back to sleep the next day. They met their neighbor, Mr. Harlan. He was old, with white hair and a cane. "Welcome," he said. "That house has history." Lisa asked what he meant. "Oh, nothing bad," he said. "Just old stories." He walked away without saying more. John and Lisa laughed about it. They spent the day cleaning. The house had many rooms, and some doors creaked. In the attic, Lisa found old clothes in a trunk. They smelled like mothballs. She closed it and forgot about it. Days passed. John started his job at the local school. Lisa worked at the hospital in town. The house felt normal. They painted the walls and planted flowers in the yard. But sometimes, at night, Lisa felt like someone was watching her. She didn't tell John. It was probably nothing. Asterisk weeks went by. John and Lisa got used to the house. They bought new curtains for the windows. The living room looked nice now. With their couch and TV, John hung pictures on the walls. One was of their wedding day. Lisa cooked dinner every night. She made pasta and salad. They ate at the table and talked about their day. One afternoon, Lisa went to the library in town. She wanted books on gardening. The librarian, Mrs. Ellis, was friendly. "New to Millford?" she asked. Lisa nodded. "We bought the old house on Elm Street." Mrs. Ellis paused. "That one? It's been empty for years." Lisa asked why. "People say it's unlucky. Something about every 30 years or so." Lisa laughed. "Like a curse." Mrs. Ellis shrugged. "Just talk. But be careful." Lisa borrowed the books and went home. She told John about it. "Silly stories," he said. They watched TV that night. The news was about weather, rain again. In bed, Lisa heard a noise downstairs, like footsteps. She woke John. "Did you hear that?" He listened. Probably the house settling. He went down to check. Nothing there. The doors were locked. The next day, John mowed the lawn. The grass was long. He found an old stone in the yard, half buried. It had words carved on it, but faded. He dug it up. It said, "Pay the debt." He thought it was from an old grave or something. He put it in the garage. Lisa saw it later. "Weird," she said. They forgot about it. Harlan came over with cookies. "How's the house?" he asked. John said it was fine. "Good. Sometimes houses like that have needs." He left. John and Lisa wondered what he meant. But life went on. Lisa planted tomatoes. John graded papers. The house was quiet most days. At night, though, John started having dreams. Bad ones. About shadows in the walls. He didn't tell Lisa. It was just stress from the move. Months passed. Summer came. The house got hot during the day. John and Lisa bought fans. They had friends over for a barbecue. Everyone said the house was nice, big place. One friend said, "Any ghosts?" They all laughed. No one believed in that. Lisa started noticing things. Cups moved on the counter when no one was around. She thought it was the wind from open windows, but windows were closed. One day, she was in the basement doing laundry. The light flickered. She heard a low moan, like wind in pipes, but it sounded like a voice saying, "Oh, us." She ran upstairs, heart beating fast. She told John. "Imagination," he said, but he checked the pipes. Nothing wrong. They went to a town fair. Booths with food and games. Mr. Harlan was there. He pulled John aside. That house was built by the Daggett family. They had a tragedy every 30 years. Lost a child or something. Like the house took payment. John asked for more. "Look it up," Harlan said. Old newspapers. John went to the library. Found old articles. In 1890, a fire killed a boy. In 1920, a man drowned in the basement during a flood. In 1950, a woman fell downstairs. In 1980, a family left after their baby died. All around every 30 years, John felt cold, but it was coincidence. Houses have accidents. Back home, Lisa found scratches on the bedroom door, like nails dragged down. "Animals," she said. "They set traps, caught nothing. Nights got worse." Whispers again. John heard them to now. Still here. It seemed to say they slept with lights on. But days were normal. Work, shopping, cleaning. The house looked pretty with new paint. Asterisk fall arrived. Leaves turned red. The house felt colder. John and Lisa wore sweaters inside. They argued more. Small things. Like who forgot to buy milk. Stress from the whispers. Maybe. One night, Lisa woke up. Something touched her foot under the blanket. Cold hand. She screamed. John turned on the light. Nothing there, but marks on her ankle. Like fingers, red and sore. "Must have scratched myself," she said. But she cried. John searched online. Found stories about haunted houses in Millford. One forum said the Daggett house demanded a tribute every generation. Blood or life. People called it crazy. John closed the laptop. Not real. They invited a priest. Father Reed came. He blessed the house. "Feels heavy here," he said as he left. A door slammed shut alone. When, maybe, then, in the attic, John found an old journal from 1890, written by Elias Daggett. "The land is hungry. Build the house to contain it. Must feed it every 30 years or it takes what it wants." Pages torn after that. John showed Lisa. "Old fiction," she said. But they locked. The attic. Nights, shadows moved in corners. Lisa saw a figure in the mirror. Pale face, eyes black, gone when she turned. John felt breath on his neck while reading. Cold and wet. But life continued. They went to work, ate meals, watched shows, tried to ignore. Asterisk winter snow covered the yard. The house creaked in the wind. John and Lisa stayed inside a lot. They talked less. Fear grew. One day, blood dripped from the ceiling in the kitchen. Not much, but red spots on the floor. They checked upstairs. No leak. Cleaned it up. Next day, more. Smelled like iron. Lisa had a dream. Ghosts surrounded her. Burned skin, empty eyes, bathed dead. They whispered, "We are still here." She woke sweating. John called Harlan. "Tell me everything." Harlan sighed. The house was built on bad ground. Ancient thing below. Needs life every 30 years to sleep. Last was in 1995. A drifter vanished. Now it's due. John hung up. Crazy talk. But then, the basement flooded. Not water thick. Black ooze. Smelled like rot. In it, bones floated. Small ones. Like child's. They called police. Old animal remains, the cops said. But left fast. Ghosts appeared more. A burned man in the hall. A woman with broken neck in the bedroom. They moaned. Touched them with cold hands. Bruises left. John and Lisa packed bags. "We're leaving," he said. But the door wouldn't open. Window stuck. Phone dead. Trapped is still. They tried normal. Made coffee. Sat silent. Night fell. Power out. Candles flickered. Ghosts filled the house. Whispers loud now. "Give us one, or we take both." John and Lisa held each other. The burned man grabbed Lisa, pulled her to the basement. John fought, punched air, but felt flesh. Cold. Dead died in basement. The circle on floor glowed. Ooze bubbled. Ghosts chanted. "Debt paid." Lisa screamed. Skin burned where it touched. John found the stone from yard. Smashed it on the circle. Cracks spread. Ghosts howled. House shook. Walls bled. John dragged Lisa up. Door opened now. They ran out. House burned behind them. Fire from nowhere. Town watched. But in the motel later. Whispers followed. "We are still here." They never went back. But the debt, maybe not paid.